he should not be taking those losses. All right, he's got siege tanks behind his main mineral lines. I guess that could take care of it. I didn't know they were there, but anyway, Skyhigh pushing through the south there. I also remember distinctly that Skyhigh managed to get onto the left side of Haya's natural expansion on Destination in that final match and destroyed so much there. Of course, killed off the gas and then finished high off that way. Flash looks like still trying to leave his base. Skyhigh still doing a great job with his mines. I'm actually surprised that Flash has not gone for vultures of his own. Usually he is very, very good with vulture mines also with his vulture play. Although actually I would not say that's a style he is most known for. I would say actually this is kind of the style he's most known for. The sort of the factory push style. And oh man, look at this, very nice micro by Skyhigh moving his vulture there and just causing splash damage and taking shots so that would otherwise be aimed at his tanks. And Flash is still pinned in. And now Skyhigh has reinforced with a whole lot of tanks. Flash meanwhile has expanded, I think, at the left side. No, he's actually not transferring SCVs. He's using his SCVs to push up. And wow, looks like Flash, at the cost of a couple of SCVs, will be able to take out the line here. And now he might have an opportunity to go in and do some damage. So Flash, not afraid to pull his SCVs. Of course, that's not completely unseen in Terran versus Terran. You see that actually quite a lot. Not even in last-ditch defenses. SCVs are pretty good warriors against tanks, actually, without a lot of support for the tanks. So we'll see what happens. Maybe this is an SCV transfer. Maybe Sky is going to answer with some SCVs of his own. I don't know. And Flash right now is putting an expansion down. I don't think he actually has an expansion on the left side. It does seem like the SCV there was killed, and that was never cleared out. So Flash is going to be floating, I think, to the right side. That's not a very good position right now. It's not going to really work. The left side, Flash is going to have to still clear out with his tanks. He's going to lose some SCVs, but it looks like he is going to clear it out. No, looks like his one SCV there survives, which is going to be crucial to plant the command center, of course. So Flash has an interesting line here. He's sort of a diagonal line now across the map. He's gotten himself a lot more ground, and he's also picked up an expansion, and possibly 2 expansions. That's going to put him ahead if Skyhigh doesn't say anything about it, doesn't have anything to say about it. So Flash, oh, he could be losing. Oh, wow, nice target firing there by Flash. He could have lost a lot there, but he targeted the mine. So right now, Skyhigh pushing the top of the line, though. I think he just might be able to break this. Flash has gotten reinforcements, I think, just in time. There's enough reinforcements that Skyhigh will not break it, although I don't think he's going to mind the damage he did. He did take out a number of Flash's damaged tanks, so not a loss at all by any means. So, still both players dividing the map. And really, this is a very, very close game so far. I really cannot say either player is ahead or anything. This is just a very, very, tense kind of territory denial game. And Flash now is going to try to deny a little bit more territory. He's pushing forward, taking out another group of tanks there. And Skyhigh seems to be a little bit better with his vulture control than with his tank control. It seems that he's a little bit weaker there relatively. And right now, Flash is taking a little bit of a lead in this game, I would say, just from the sheer number of tanks he's managed to take out. Although Skyhigh did do some early damage, this kind of damage only lasts for a temporary amount of time, when you're not keeping the pressure up. And this time, Flash is the one keeping the pressure on Skyhigh. Flash also going to expand again. This is what I was talking about. The extra expansion he's trying to put up. It's going to be in an obvious location. Obvious because it's been spotted at this point. And right now, we're going to see what Skyhigh has to say about that. He's going to expand again, so that is one thing he's going to have to say about that. Of course, that's one reaction you can always have to your opponent's expansion, is to expand again. And Skyhigh is going to try to deny Flash from mining at this new base as long as possible. This is going to be a crucial hill here. This hill over here is going to be Hamburger Hill, Hill 538 in Vietnam. It's going to be fought over, I predict, between these two players very, very heavily. And it's just absolutely crucial, this one hill, as a little bit north of this, because it is in shelling range of both of the new expansions, one from each player. So both players are 3 bases, both trying to put down their 4th. And Flash, finally now, one of the players going for a starport. Flash putting down the starport, getting an engineering bay also. And upgrades may also play a factor in this game. I don't know who's ahead with that. And wow, I did not know there were 3 dropships out for Skyhigh. This could actually make another difference in the game. I don't think Flash has anything. Obviously, he's just put down his first starport, I think. So for a while, the CJ is going to be a lot more mobile here. Skyhigh is going to be a lot more mobile, and that could make a lot of difference. Flash utterly unprepared inside of his base here. He does not have any defenses, and I think Flash has no idea this is coming. Flash, yeah, he might be thinking about turrets right now, but that's not going to make any difference at all. Flash going to get dropped by a full drop here of, looks like, a bunch of tanks and Goliaths, and this is going to be horrible for Flash. Flash is going to start falling behind right now. Flash is going to lose all those SCVs in his main base, and he's going to have to pull a lot of forces to take care of this very entrenched, well-positioned force here at the back of his base. This is going to be very annoying for him, and right now it seems that he actually has taken it down much quicker than I thought. I think there might have still been some of those tanks back in that corner position that he never took out. I mean, those tanks went down pretty quickly. So I'd still say, though, that Skyhigh managed to do a good amount of damage for that drop at the cost of a couple of tanks. He took out pretty much all the SCVs inside the main. And he's also relieved some pressure at this right side here. I think he's got more forces down the right. And he's picking up a 5th. So both players, being very prolific here in this game. And certainly Skyhigh is showing his Terran versus Terran skills here. He's really showing that he has what it takes to take it to a very strong Terran player here. I mean, this is definitely a battle that could have happened at a later stage of this MSL series, and it just happens that both these great players are in the same MST group. So right now, a big drop all over Flash, but Flash seems to have been able to come up with reinforcements at the perfect time there, and now he's going to win with one dropship dropping on top of these tanks of Skyhigh, and he should be able to clear out the middle and claim it for himself. It looks like no, Skyhigh survives with those tanks. Flash, just desperately trying to pick up this left side space here. Actually, I'm not sure why he's fighting over that much. He should be going for the right, I feel, and try and take out that expansion. Man, Skyhigh is ugly, but he plays good StarCraft. But he is one ugly kid, I gotta say. So, Flash, right now, fighting uphill, gonna lose a couple tanks right now, stuck in no man's land there. Basically, this is the point in the Terran versus Terran where it comes down to stamina and strategy. It's not so much even micro anymore, or tactics, it's more grand strategy. Like, am I going to go for a big drop? Am I going to trick my opponent into thinking I'm going for a drop and then attack him by ground? Am I going to pull my opponent one way and then go the other way? And that's what it comes down to. Both players have shown they can both micro pretty darn well, and it's going to come down to strategy then. And stamina is the other point also. Who's going to get tired? I mean, seriously, players do get tired. They get a little bit worse over games, and I really do think so. After a longer game, they do start slipping and making mistakes. So I would give the advantage there to Flash. He's been around the ballpark a lot longer than Skyhigh has. Flash has gotten a lot of turrets up in his base also. That's going to deter a drop on his main at least. And he's got himself a little bit of position, although Skyhigh, I think, is up one base now with that new base going up. Flash, I don't think, has a 5th anywhere to be seen. I'm not even sure how his mining is doing on the right side. In fact, I should have remarked on that. I'm not sure if he's mining at full capacity there or at all. They haven't shown that, I think, in a while. I'm not sure if it's in siege range of the tanks of Skyhigh. And yeah, this expansion, oh man, he has nothing there. Wow, Flash is way behind. I'm sorry about that, guys. I thought he was mining there at the right side. So Flash right now has just picked up his 4th, and Skyhigh has been on 4 and now 5. And Skyhigh really should have a big advantage in this game soon. And Flash right now just dropping on 3 tanks here, going to clear out this side. Actually, he could do some damage of his own if he manages to drop the upper right. I don't know if there's anything there right now. Not the upper right, but I guess the mid right. There is a base over there. But Skyhigh, man, with 6 dropships, full of units most likely, he's going to be able to take out any of Flash's armies, I gotta think, with this drop of his. And just what a precise game he's been playing here so far. Skyhigh gonna encounter some turrets, gonna be forced to drop all over here. Flash actually has more forces on the ground, so he is gonna win this battle. Although Skyhigh lives to fight with all of his dropships at least. Still, though, Skyhigh has the advantage this game. He has 5 bases up against Flash's 4, and he's had 4 for a long time, too. So, this right side position, I think it was a bad idea for Flash not to attack it, in fact. I don't know what he was doing dithering at the left side, but he must have had some desire to close that off. But I think he should have gone for the right. It would have allowed him to take his base and try to deny Skyhigh his base. So it would have been almost two bases, sort of for just one. So right now we're going to see Flash just have to fight his way back up this game. I think right now Skyhigh is playing a little bit defensive because he knows he's ahead economically. He can pick up even another base if he wants. And Flash is the one who's going to have to do some damage before Skyhigh gets enough resources to just put down a ton of factories, max out, and keep doing it. Because that will eventually happen. Now, Flash is actually going to go for the middle. This is a lane that's closed most of the game. You do have to kill these Xel'Naga temples. And Flash, let's see if he decides to do that. No, it looks like he is going to clear out the temples. Okay.